Hi there, my name's Paul and welcome to the review of the Morocco 2 Instant Garden Planter Set. Now then, before we get involved into what you get with this planter set, we want to explain to you why we do these video reviews. The Morocco 2 planter set comes exactly as you see it here. It comes with these three planters, with these three items fully planted and delivered direct to your door at home, with a decorative topping of your choice. So all the hard work's been done by Bentley's. All you need to do is just put it in place on your patio or decking it, or if you're using it for a commercial space, just put it where you need it and it'll create that sort of instant, lush, tropical feel to any space that you're applying it to. Now then, I'll explain to you about each of the items that you get within the Instant Garden set here, and I'll tell you a little bit more about each plant and each planter size and all of those things. Okay? And as I say, these are topped off in particular with a Nordic granite topping. There are three choices of topping, but I'll get into that again in a few moments, and I'll explain to you how you choose which decorative topping you want and any other optional extras as you go through the purchase process. Right, we'll start over here with the largest of the planter set. Now then, this is quite a substantial item. You know, height-wise, not overly high, you know, sort of 4.5, 5 feet-ish, somewhere around about there. It's about a 50-55 centimetre width, but it is a very substantial item. It's the largest of the set. It's planted with a Shamrock's humilis, which is an extremely hardy palm. This palm doesn't tend to grow tall, it tends to grow thicker. A couple of years' time, it's going to be about this sort of height and about this sort of thickness. Very, very lush, one of my favourites, really easy. So anytime we're creating a garden that's looking for a lush sort of tropical feel, we'll always try include the Shamrock's humilis. So, okay, that's the largest one there. We'll move over to the next size down. This is the medium one. This one, you'll have seen this palm tree before all over the world, no matter where you've been. This is the Trachycarpus fortunei. It's one of the hardiest palms in the world. Even at this age, this is not a particularly old one. This will tend to get a bit more height on it about here next year, a little bit thicker, a few more fronds on it, but good down to about -20, somewhere around there. Everything in this set is hardy, extremely low maintenance, not a lot of work involved in looking after this at all. Now then, the total height on this is about 4 feet, round and about there. The planter that it is in is about a 40-45 centimetre width-wise, and again, probably about 50 centimetres tall, making the total item with the trachea in it probably 4 feet, little over 4 feet, somewhere around there. Okay? As I explained to you, very, very low maintenance. Now the next size down looks fantastic. This has got a Dracaena in it. You'll probably know it better as a cordyline. This is a variegated version, which means it's got a stripe in its leaf, so it's got a little bit more interest in it than just the plain green ones or the sort of red ones, which we don't particularly like at all. Again, this one's got quite an interesting name. This one's called the Torbay Dazzler. Even though we've got it in a set that's got more of a Moroccan feel to it. In England, we happen to call this version a Torbay Dazzler. Quite hard to come by, to be honest with you. But to be honest, any of the cordylines or Dracaenas in this, plain or the striped one, would look absolutely phenomenal. Now then, the height of this planter is about 40-45 centimetres. With this cordyline in it, it's sitting again round and about sort of 4 feet. Round about there. This will get a little bit more height on it next year to about here, and it will thicken up slightly. Over the next sort of 2 or 3 years, it'll get a trunk on it about this big, and it'll get to about this height. It'll be fine in here for a while. Extremely low maintenance, easy to look after these. Now, the only thing that you need to do with this is when you finish with it at the end of the season, you know, maybe one of those nice crisp sunny days in November when you're not going to be out in the garden, but you're just tidying up. You just gather it up, take one of the leaves off the bottom, one of the sort of maybe dead ones or nearly finished, tie it up, just leave it like that all winter, and then when you get back to spring, just take the leaf off and it'll just fall back open, as simple as that. Not a load of work to do with any of these. Now, as I say, what we've tried to create here, this is quite a, this is quite a lush tropical feel. The planters are quite contemporary, but also maybe a little bit traditional as well. Absolutely beautiful planter. One of our favourites. They're a conical shape, go well in most situations. So, okay, I'll just review everything that I've just spoken to you about there, and I'll explain to you about the decorative toppings. Now then, the first one we've got is the largest one over here. That's sort of maybe a 50-60 centimetre planter, about a 55 wide planter, standing at about 4.5 to 5 feet tall. That's got in it the Shamrock's humilis. The next one that we've got is the next size down with the Trachycarpus in. That's about a 45-50 centimetre planter there. And then the next size down from that, we've got the 35 centimetre with the cordyline, the Dracaena, the Torbay Dazzler in it. So you get all of these fully planted, delivered to your door exactly as you see them here. Now then, there are choice of decorative toppings that you can choose from. On this demonstration set, we've got the Nordic Granite, which is a really nice sort of grey contemporary chipping. So you've got the Nordic Granite, we've got Scottish Cobble, and we've also got 14mm plum slate. And as you go through the purchase process, you'll be able to choose which decorative topping that you want, and also any other optional extras that you may want to add to the order. Maybe you want some tropical plant food, or maybe you want some LED battery lights just to wrap around these, just to give them a little bit more showing on an evening. But really, that's pretty straightforward. As I say, once we get your order here at Bentley's, we'll start creating it for you. We'll plant everything up. It'll be delivered to your door exactly as you see it here. All you need to do is put it in place and you've got your instant garden. Okay? Well, thanks for looking at the review of the Morocco 2, and we'll see you on the next review. Thanks for watching.